How y'all doing? That'll work. Oh, so maybe it won't. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, all right. Well, the last several days, we've been talking about your favorite coasters that I've ridden and ranking them. And today, we're going to rank all of my favorite coasters that I've ridden in my ranking, and we're going to kind of compare the two. Now, I don't really have visual aids because I'm terrible at technology. There will be more coming that we'll do with this, where I may actually do a little bit of a ranking video or something like that where we talk about how it compares to you guys. But hey, Amaya. All right, Bella, come here. Come here. Sadie, you want to come over here too? Come here. Hey. We got the puppies. Everybody say hi to the puppies. Hi. You want kisses on the lips? Yeah. Hey, little puppies. Hey, Austin. What's up? How are you doing? My favorite roller coaster is Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. All right. You want it down? Good puppy. Do you want down too? You want to go to Bella? All right. Go play with Bella. Go get her. You gonna get her? Go get her. Go get her, Sadie. Go get her. Go get her. She's right there. Go get her. Go get her. See, Bella wants to play. Go play with her. All right, so we're going to be going through the exact same list that you guys went through. And then we're going to be talking about all the best coasters, or the ones that I like, and then talking about what the differences are between yours and mine, like where they ranked as far as it being like the 5th round or the 8th round or the 3rd round or whatever, and where mine went out if yours went out earlier. So anyway, it's just going to be kind of something fun to do. We could even do polls still for you guys for this one too, while I decide which ones I'm going to vote for. We could still do polls because we'll have different people on them. Although, yeah, no, we probably better not. It's too much. Because we're going to be moving quickly through this. So, yeah, we won't do that. But let's see what you guys have been up to. We will be talking a little bit, and I want to talk to you guys while you're around. Michelle said, hey, puppies are so cute. Amaya said, I saw you at Cedar Point on the eclipse. Okay, cool. Awesome, Amaya. So, let's do a little bit of some fun here. I did set up OBS one time, and it just doesn't, like, it lasted for like 30 minutes. And then after that, it stopped working. So, also, I don't know why. I have these little spots on my head. Maybe there's like something psychologically wrong with me. I have one on both sides. So I'm like, am I doing that? Is it some sort of self-destructive thing? Or is it like I just had 2 random zits, each on the side of my head? I don't love it. What's up, Rob? How you doing? All right, well, let's get into this because we might as well. So I'm going to talk through kind of what my favorite things are. You guys tell me what your favorites are also. Who cloned me? Tell me also what your favorite coasters are also down in the comments, especially when we go between them. Now, I went for you guys. I did 4 at a time. I'm just going to do 2 at a time for me for the sake of expediency. So we're just going to get through it quickly just by doing two at a time, two at a time, two at a time, two at a time. So first we're going to do Orion versus Mystic Timbers. So Orion is very, very tall, 300 feet. Well, it's 300-foot drop, not a 300-foot rise, though. It is very fast and still a pretty intense coaster just altogether. Definitely fun. Not necessarily the best of the Giga coasters, I don't think. But it is a very, very fun ride. And then Mystic Timbers is a smaller coaster. It is a much smaller, like less than 100 feet of a drop. But it's very low to the ground thrills for the whole time. It feels more like a bucking bronco. Orion feels a bit more like a blast, a blast through space. And Orion and Mystic both carry that motif, that Kings Island motif. All of these first ones are at Kings Island here. Carry that Kings Island motif of going as fast as you can through space. I don't know. I'm wondering if I should do 4 at a time and decide between the 4, but I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference. So, no, we're not going to do that. So, for me, I am going to choose Orion. I like Orion the best out of them. Mystic Timbers, I love Mystic Timbers, and I want to choose it, but I'm not going to. And I'm trying to figure out how to make this work the best. Mystic Timbers, even though it's a very, very fun coaster, it's just not the excitement that you're going to have on Orion. So Mystic Timbers is out on the very first round. And Orion is in. Now, this is completely opposite of what you guys did while you were voting, because you guys said that Orion was out on the very first round next to Mystic Timbers. So immediately we're starting off on a very opposite kind of a foot. So next we're going to have, so let me know what you guys think about Orion and about Mystic Timbers. Which ones are your favorites? Okay, they cloned you. I don't know who they cloned you is about. Trent, will you ever go to Worlds of Fun? I would love to go to Worlds of Fun. I just have to make sure, or I just have to find the time to be able to actually fully get out there. But I've been out there before. Years ago when I was in high school, I went to Worlds of Fun. I loved Mamba. I don't even know if that coaster still exists or not, but I loved it at the time. Edwin said Millennium Force, Steel Vengeance, Fury 325, and Time Traveler for me. And Christy said, hey, Trent. What's up, Christy? How you doing? Now, next we have The Beast versus Diamondback. The Beast is the oldest coaster in the park, and then Diamondback is a 200-foot coaster. No, I'm not eating anything, Jeremiah. I'm going to say that The Beast has to be my favorite between The Beast and Diamondback. So we're going to do 1. We're going to do X. What are you guys barking at? It's the dishwasher. You guys are crazy. All right, next we have Adventure Express. And that is actually opposite of what you guys did too. So the Beast was out on the first time. And Diamondback was out on the second round. So the dogs' names are Sadie and Bella. Sadie's the black and white one, and Bella is the golden one. Adventure Express versus Banshee. Adventure Express For those, I have to choose Banshee, which is what you guys did also. So we finally found some common ground here. Banshee wins. Adventure Express is out. Next, we have the Racer versus Woodstock Express. The Racer is definitely the winner. Has to be the winner. Between that and Woodstock Express. And again, similar to what you guys did also. Next, we have Flight of Fear versus Flying Ace Aerial Chase. I'm going to have to say Flight of Fear. Even though, really, I'm not a huge fan of Flight of Fear altogether, I have to admit. Flight of Fear is not necessarily my favorite. Right now, what's your favorite coaster at Kings Island? Drop it down in the chat. You know, as I'm doing this, though, I'm wondering if this is not the best way to do it. Now that I'm going through it more and seeing that, like, I can't really interact with you guys because it's faster. So I'm wondering if maybe this is not the way we should do it. I'm wondering if I should do like a tiered list where I can actually fill in the spots and you guys can see it. Because without there being any way to do that kind of thing, I don't feel like this ends up being very engaging content. So instead, let's just talk for a little bit here. Are you guys going? Yeah, because I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna do it in a different way. Are you guys? Hey, what's up, Mom Survival? What up? I'm drinking wine and meal planning meals. My toddler most likely won't eat, then ask for a snack 2 seconds later. I'm fine. Everything is fine. You guys did say in Vertigo, Mystic Timbers, Beast, Orion. What's up, Taylor? How you doing? Yeah, that's kind of the curse of being a parent, isn't it? Get meals planned for kids, and kids really don't want to eat ever what you want them to eat. So that's the problem. An honorable mention is Son of Beast. I mean, if we're gonna be talking, then maybe we do just keep on going through this. I don't really have time to do another video of another kind. I have so many videos coming out still from spring break. It's craziness. We have just so many of them to be done. So we'll make this kind of a faster one, but then we can talk to you guys. So you guys can tell me what your favorites at each park are once we get to them. So next, as a matter of fact, we still could do a poll, because I could just do a poll of some of the favorites, and we'll just see what you guys choose while we're doing it. I like trying to make these as interactive with you guys as I possibly can, and sometimes it's just like it just doesn't work as well as I would want it to. So they need to replace Vortex soon. Oh, yes. No, okay, so my dream for that, well, at this point, Taylor, my favorites are Orion. This is just Kings Island. Orion the Beast. Banshee. Okay, I have to highlight. It's too hard to see otherwise. Shoot. Orion the Beast. Banshee, and the Racer. And then Flight of Fear. Now we're going to the Great Pumpkin Coaster or in Vertigo. Okay, so the dream for me is to have Vortex. Wait, no, Vortex. Vortex isn't the one I'm thinking of. Vortex is the looping coaster, the Arrow looping coaster that was at the back of the park that's been gone for years now. That was my first looping coaster, and it was like 5 loops. And I was so scared, and I remember getting off of it and being like, okay, that wasn't the worst thing ever. But I thought it was going to be pretty bad. I was kind of scared of it. Speaking of snacks, ditch the shirt. No, you're not late to the party, really. I mean, we'll see what it actually ends up becoming. These are all Kings Island so far, but I'm just trying to just get them off real fast. But I'm more concerned about talking to you guys. So, let's see what all everyone said here. I would love to see Kings Island be the place with the most coasters. Not Cedar Point. I'd love to see Cedar Point become more experiential, and still have a lot of coasters, but have other really fun things to do there too, not just that. But it seems like they just keep getting, like they keep trying to add more to Cedar Point, where I'd love to see Kings Island become the park for coasters. Like if you're not, it's not Cedar Point, it's Kings Island. That would be like, if you just are a coaster lover, you go there constantly. And Taylor, ditch the shirt. They're treating you like a piece of meat, Trent. I mean, attention is attention. Who cares? Mom Survival. Serious question. Are there shows or characters in May? I was looking at the website and couldn't find where those are listed. I don't. Maybe it is May. Are we talking about Cedar Point? Yeah. Oh. No. Okay, no. Yeah, sorry. It was, I think, June 4th was the opening date that I saw listed for the newest show at the Jack Aldrich Theater. If that's the newest show, I'm not sure if that's the same one that they had before, but that's the date that I saw listed. So it may be an old show, but even if it's an old show, probably the date for the show to start is probably still pretty similar. So I can't make you shirtless, so I am shirtless, Christopher. Bing bong hats. I mean, isn't that Disney? Vortex at Kings Island was really good in my opinion, and was actually a top 5 ride at the park. Shirt is half off. No, it's not. It's buttoned. It's like a quarter off. Why? It's the coaster capital of USA. Kings Island is more of a family park. See, but I think families would go to Cedar Point no matter what, because you have the beach there. So you'd still go there one way or another. I can see a lot of thrill seekers who don't really care about having the beach there because it's just the thrill seekers. They're just looking for thrills. So if you had that, I think that's awesome. Now, I'm not saying that's what needs to happen. I love Cedar Point being a huge thrills park, but when you look at the amount of space that Kings Island has, there's so much more space that they could put all kinds of other things in there. So they could put Kings like They could put another coaster where Vortex was. They could put another coaster all along the outskirts of it. There's so much space to continue putting coasters. It's like the whole thing is like you have this circle that is Kings Island, and then you have all of this empty space all around the perimeter of Kings Island. They could just be building new coasters out that way where Son of Beast was there. They could build another coaster there. They could build another coaster out by the Bat. Also, I would love to see them take out the shuttle coaster, the looping forward backward coaster. That I always hate those coasters. But I'd love to see them take that out and then build like a gatekeeper entrance, something in Vertigo, yeah. Something with a big flying entrance, kind of like Gatekeeper over the top, slash kind of like Fury 325 has the same kind of thing too. Love to see something like that, but yeah, it just kind of depends on what it would be. Now, Grant, you said Bing Bong Hat's still available at CP. First of all, I don't really know. I don't know if anything's available there, but I would think Bing Bong would be Disney because that's from Inside Out, right? Are you talking about another character? Is it another IP, or is it some sort of game or something? I'm not familiar with Bing Bong Hats. Taylor Sloop, yes. Did you buy your gold pass? Your gold pass with the All Parks Plus on it, or All Parks Passport on it, Taylor? Because yes, you should definitely come to Kings Island. So if you haven't, you need to upgrade that pass and get that on it. In my opinion, I enjoyed King's Dominion more than Kings Island, which is my most controversial opinion. Yeah, I'm surprised to hear that. But I do feel like King's Dominion is probably more of a coaster park than even Kings Island is. It wasn't really a park where I felt like I needed to stay. I think it could have been really, really fun to have stayed there, but it's yeah, I think there could have been had we gone back and had it not been rainy that night when we were there, we probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to make you a list when we go in May to help you with a video to cover the topic of small children. LOL. A stressed out small child parent. I do have a couple of videos that would probably help you a little bit. The videos talking about specific space where you might want to go to kind of escape the crowds. That would probably be a helpful one. I have a couple different videos where I've discussed nap places, places where we could get naps. But yeah, if you have other things that would help you with that, I'd love to answer those questions. We could do a live stream about it, whatever. If you have a live stream, if you have live stream stuff to talk about, then let's do it. Let's talk about it. In Vertigo to go. In Vertigotta go. Are you leaving? Coasters, I'm assuming. Hi, Trent. And Vertigo needs to go. Yes, I agree. True, but it's 3 hours from Cedar Point. Oh, you're talking about Kings Island. Yeah, it is 3 hours away from Cedar Point, but you've got both of those great. I do love that Ohio is this like coaster capital, kind of a place. Like you've got two big coaster parks right there, and they're both pretty massive. I love that, and the amount of space that you could add into Kings Island, I think would be really worthwhile. I think the reason why they don't add more coasters to Kings Island is because it doesn't get the crowd levels that Cedar Point had or has. So every time they consider like we're going to add more, then I think that's kind of the problem. But did Christopher say something inappropriate again? I don't know. Mel said, hi, everyone. Bob said, hey, Trent. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? 117, Mom Survival, Postmore, longtime fan. No, I mean, of course they're a longtime fan, Mom Survival. Which, by the way, I realized I could actually go to your channel. So I could actually post your channel here for people to go check out. Should I post your channel, Mom Survival? I think it'll let me do it. I forgot to message you. Are you on Facebook on your YouTube name? Taylor Sloop Music. Hi, Bob and Mel. No, LOL. And post me, big dog. Don't. Okay, I won't. I have it. It's queued up where I can do it right now, but I'm not gonna do it if it would embarrass you or make you uncomfortable or whatever. I definitely would otherwise. Because I like your channel. I think it's pretty cool. Button-up shirt, sir. Everyone else told me to take it off. So which one should I listen to? All right. So we are continuing to go through here. People already think I'm crazy. I don't think you're crazy. I like you. Will you be at Kings Island's opening day? I will not. Yeah, I saw someone else ask me that. No, I will not be at Kings Island's opening day. My daughter has a birthday party not tomorrow, on Saturday. So we're going to be going to the birthday party, and then they're not open on Sunday. Otherwise, we would go on Sunday, but they're not open. If I tried to go on Friday night, I'd get there for an hour and then have to get a hotel and then have to come right back here for the birthday party. So it's just terrible timing, and that's just where we are. So I'm not going to be doing it. And that's okay. It's not a terrible thing. Why do you hate backwards launches? Also, thanks for all the content. I always hate going backwards on coasters. It feels very disorienting to me. I don't like any of them. Even when it comes down to some of the rides that we're gonna see tonight, it's just awful. Fasting faithfully, I've lost 55 pounds so far and kept it off during pregnancy. I will be getting back at it soon. That's awesome. All right, so let's talk some more now that you guys are also talking down in the comments a little bit here. The Great Pumpkin Coaster or Invertigo. It definitely has to go to Invertigo, but it's not because I like Invertigo. It's because I can't fit on the Great Pumpkin Coaster, and adults aren't really allowed on it anyway unless you have a kid with you. So that doesn't really work for me. The Bat and Backlot Stunt Coaster. This one's a little bit more difficult for me. Both of them I equally like and dislike kind of at the same time for kind of similar reasons. But Backlot Stunt Coaster has a lot more theming to go with it. So I think I'm going to choose Backlot. It's one that I'm more likely to want to go to. And also the Bat has in its not favor that it's very hard to get out to. You get to the Bat and it's just so far out. That's just difficult for me. Okay, let's see what all y'all said again. Backlot has all the effects, but only Bat's fun at night. Oh, I mean, I would like Bat at night, or during the day. I think both ways it would be nice. Thank you, 117. I appreciate you. Bat, it's more fluffy friendly. Well, that is true. That is true. Yeah, backlot stunt coaster is going to be a little bit harder to fit into. So, what's up, R&R Coasting? And Kings Island backlot has all the effects working like the other locations. Yeah. Is that unlike the other locations though? I don't know if all the effects work everywhere else. Are you going to Cedar Point opening weekend? I will be there for Cedar Point opening weekend, and I'll also be there next weekend on on Sunday. So I wish I could go like on Monday to Kings Island, because like Cedar Point is open on Thursday. Wait, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I believe. I think those are those are the days when it first opens. But Kings Island is only open on the weekends. So, yeah, it'll be a little bit. I wish there were other options for me to go to, but I'm just not going to be able to make it. So I won't be able to do an opening day vlog of Kings Island. Unfortunately, I'd love to, but instead we'll have all kinds of ranking videos that are coming out of where did we just go? Of Carowinds and also Busch Gardens Williamsburg and King's Dominion too. So we've got tons and tons of videos still coming out, and all the footage is all confused. But go check those out. Actually, I just released a video today, and I'll be releasing a video again tomorrow because somehow I got off. I usually release on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I didn't release on Wednesday. So I was like, well, I'll release on Thursday instead. So, but yeah, so go check those out if you haven't yet, to go see those. A lot of times my Carowinds videos, I find, start a little bit slower, and then they all of a sudden kind of take off. It's like people start to search them, and then they start watching them. So that was the way my old videos were too. So Cedar Point needs a kick butt dark ride to pay homage to Disaster Transport. I agree. They need any kind of a dark ride. If they could do a dark coaster, and especially in my opinion, I'm always thinking like, how can you use the space the best? Could you do a dark coaster, but then have another coaster that swoops over the top of it, so it just has strong enough stabilizers that it could go into the building, and you could have those coasters just back and forth. I would love that. Kings Island needs a ride to take you to Cedar Point. Actually, I kind of low-key fully agree. So hear me out. I know this is kind of maybe weird, but I fully would think it would be so cool if there was some tram or something, a bus system, something that you could just be like, hey, we want to do a weekend at Cedar Point, but we also want to hit Kings Island. And you go back and forth from one to the other in one day. So you could you'd have a plan, you'd have to have it planned in advance, and then you hop on that. So you could park at one of the parks, and then early the next morning, you board a tram that takes you to Kings Island. And then late that evening, you take another one that's going to take you back. I know it's 3 hours. It would have to be a planned thing for a certain set of people to be in, so that they could hire bus drivers and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like that would be incredible if that was something that was there. So R&R Coasting, no Droco live tonight. I don't know. They don't always tell me if they're going live. Sometimes I randomly just see that they're live and I have no idea. So I didn't talk to them about this one. A lot of times I like to talk to them about it, let them know. But I just kind of checked to see if they were live, and then they weren't. So I was like, okay, is my eye like really red? Look at that, guys. It was itchy earlier. I hope I didn't break a blood vessel. Looks bad. I'll have to put in some eye drops. Like a magical bus like Disney did between CP and Kings Island. Yeah, even if it's like an extra cost or something, just seems like that would be pretty cool to be able to have both there. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep going here just a little bit. We've got Millennium versus Blue Streak. And sorry to Blue Streak, but it's going to have to be Millennium. Play along, guys. Tell me which ones you think are the best as I do this. I'm going through them real fast, but if while I say them, you chime in and maybe it's even a little bit late, that's perfectly fine. It'd be great to hear from you guys. So that couldn't be Pink Eye, could it? That's not Pink Eye. Do I need to go to the doctor? Magnum or Rougarou? I'm going to have to choose Magnum. That's a little bit more of a harder comparison to me. Like both of them are a little bit rougher rides. But I do really like Magnum quite a bit. So I think that'll have to be it. Let's see. You guys chose Millennium and you guys chose Magnum on the first round. And both Blue Streak and Rougarou went out on the first round. Woodstock Express or Gatekeeper. It's got to be Gatekeeper. Even though I'm mad at Gatekeeper because they got rid of my animatronic friend. But I do love Gatekeeper. It has great views, swooping actions. So much fun. Next, we have Cedar Creek Mine Ride or Wilderness Run. Definitely Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Definitely. Not Wilderness Run. Again, as an adult, you can't really even fit on it. Now, oh, yeah, because Woodstock Express you can fit on as an adult, but you can't fit on Wilderness Run as an adult. Unless you have a kid, then you're allowed to go on it. Raptor versus Maverick. We've got Raptor versus Maverick. It's got to be Maverick. It has to be Maverick for me. And Raptor was out on the first round last time too. So we're staying pretty consistent here, guys, with what you guys chose on the first round for Cedar Point. Gemini or Iron Dragon. Ooh, that one's hard. Okay, now when I first started going back to Cedar Point, I liked Gemini better. No, I didn't like. I actually kind of hated Gemini. Gemini hurt. I rode it with Nathan, and I remember it hurting really bad, like really bad. And I was kind of confused, but here's the deal though. I like Iron Dragon. I've got to go with my gut. I like Iron Dragon better. Sorry for all those Gemini fans out there. My daughter loves Gemini too, but Iron Dragon has been comfort food for me for years. It's always been a very comfort ride for me. Like, it's just one where, like, if I've ridden other coasters, I just... Yes, you're right, Christy. They need to bring back the fog for Iron Dragon. Yes, absolutely. So then Valraven or Corkscrew. Oh, that's the easiest question I've ever been asked. That is Valraven. Big time. We've got Pipe Scream or Wild Mouse. Ooh, Pipe Scream. I'd much rather ride Pipe Scream than Wild Mouse. Much rather. But that one's a hard one because they're both pretty terrible. And then Steel Vengeance is at the end. And I'm just going to put a little mark there saying that I didn't do it. So that'll have to be our first one the next time that we get there. All right, so let's talk through what you guys have said here. Wow, you guys are talking like crazy. So 4 to 5 hour track train like. See, what I'd really think would be so cool is if it was something that made it feel like one campus, but that's not necessarily going to be the case. Yes, I'm in Columbus, so it sucks going to both parks driving. Yeah, because you're kind of right in the middle, which means you'd have to like choose one way or another to do it, and to go all the way back is almost impossible. Pink eye, bro. I hope it's not pink eye, but I mean, it could be. Maybe I should go to the doctor tomorrow. Edwin said Millie. Bob says Millie. Coaster Cat says Millie. Haven't even rode Millennium Force, and I say Millie. I stand out a lot. If you ever see someone with a huge angel tattoo on their face, say hi. Oh, cool. Millennium. I'm just kidding, dude. What? With pink eye. Okay, gotcha. Millie all day, although Blue Streak is so much fun. Magnum Rough. Ghosters, you're just a slag for for Magnum. Mel said Magnum. Mom Survival. Melissa, there are hundreds of people with your name on Facebook. Taylor Sloop Music. Rougarou. Magnum kicks the crap out of me, but I love it. See, Ghosters, it's not just me. Woodstock over Gatekeeper. Taylor, you and I are gonna throw hands next time I see you. Coaster Cat said Wilderness Run. Uh, Profile pic is a blonde girl with a pink jacket holding an umbrella. That's my youngest. Yes, yeah. Coaster Mania. Greed Taylor. Rougarou is completely underrated roller coaster. Maverick Raptor is trash. Mind. I love all the very strong hot takes. It makes me very happy. Is Pipe Scream a coaster or flat? According to Cedar Point, Pipe Scream is a coaster, but I think they have Pipe Screams at other parks, and they do not consider them to be coasters. But Cedar Point does consider it to be a coaster. As a matter of fact, I don't think that the same Pipe Scream ride, it's called something else, but at Kings Island is considered a coaster at Kings Island, but it is considered a coaster at Cedar Point. I think it's all in the service of trying to maintain that veneer of America's roller coast at Cedar Point. They want to be able to really show that they have the most coasters and all that, but yeah, I don't know that it's true. Gemini, Dragon, Back Car, Melissa. See, okay, now here's the deal. Iron Dragon, it's not the back car for me. Iron Dragon, it's the front car. So I rode it so many times I used to take naps on it and stuff. But I'll be 68 next month. Let me call Magnum Rough. Is that what happens when you turn 30? Taylor, you become 68 just immediately. Like, it's just retirement. You're just done with life. Is that what happens? Edwin, Pipe Scream. Uh-oh. How did that happen? Have you been on any other wings other than Gatekeeper? And if so, what's your favorite? I have not been on any other wings. I do not have a Discord. I'm considering maybe I need to get one. But I don't understand Discord very well. But I do feel like it'd be nice to have a space where we could all kind of talk and discuss about all kinds of things together. And I do think that's the way Discord works. I just don't really understand it very well. Edwin, Pipe Scream is a hyped up flat ride. Pipe Scream. Getting a lot of feedback today. Hey, I love it. I love a lot of feedback. That's great. By the way, press that like button if you guys haven't. Melissa, when I find you, hint my first. Okay. I won't say that out loud. Magnum is smooth if you think otherwise. I declare you old. I'm totally joking. After writing Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa Raptor is bad. Yes, I agree. It's very, very nice. Yo Mod 117. It's like texting. Twitch is good. I've been considering just going live on Twitch instead of live here, but then I know you guys wouldn't see every time that I go live, unless I publicize it pretty hard. And that's part of what's fun here is you guys show up and we get to talk and all that kind of stuff. So maybe someday we'll do some Twitch streams or something else with it, but we'll see. All right. So next we have. And we'll do that too. We have Kennywood next. We're still doing every other coaster, competing against each other. So Racer and Jackrabbit. So for me, I loved Jackrabbit. It is such a fun ride. It's crazy. It's amazing. So I'm really into that. Also, tell me what your favorite Kennywood ride is down in the comments. Or you can always play along if you want to play the home game with me here. Or also, please let me know what you guys are doing at, or when your first trip is going to be. You know, are you guys going to Kings Island this week? Are you going to Cedar Point next week? Let me know what you guys are doing. I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments. So Phantom, it's not. Why did I put Lil Phantom? It's not Lil Phantom. It's something else Phantom. But anyway, so Jackrabbit really feel like it's a very old, cool ride with it. Yeah, I saw Edwin that they closed Steel Curtain. That kind of ticks me off. So like what's even the purpose of going if it's not open? If you don't have your biggest coaster open literally all year long, that's kind of ridiculous. Actually, it's very ridiculous. So we have Phantom or Exterminator. Definitely it's Phantom for me. Oh, oops. Let's get out here and do that. Definitely it's Phantom for me. And not Exterminator. Exterminator is like a wild mouse kind of a ride, but it's indoors. It's actually pretty fun. I'm not saying I hated it, but it's not the best coaster that you could ride by any means. Skyrocket or Phantom's Revenge. Oh, there is a little Phantom. Oh. Well, that's not. That's not what we're doing. That's a kid's coaster. So we're not going to do that one. We're going to get rid of that, and it's going to have to be Exterminator instead. Next, we have Skyrocket or Phantom's Revenge. And I feel like that's really hard, but I'm not going to say Skyrocket. Skyrocket kind of gave me a bit of a headache. Phantom's Revenge is much more fun. Phantom's Revenge, it plays with the terrain. It does everything I love, where Skyrocket feels kind of like it wants to be like a mini Top Thrill dragster, kind of. But it's also kind of rickety feeling. Like when you get to the top of it, you can kind of feel it shaking. And it's just, there was something a little bit unsettling to me about it. Thunderbolt or Steel Curtain. And I'm definitely going to have to say Steel Curtain on that one. Definitely. Okay, let's get a few up here. What we're going to do is basically just talk about each park just a little bit, go through them real fast, which ones are my favorites. You guys can play the home game, and then while that's happening, you guys can talk through your favorites a little bit, and then I'll be coming up to see what you guys say. So, Mom, friend request sent. R&R Coasting, hyped for next Saturday. Steel Curtain if it isn't closed. It sucks Steel Curtain is closed, yeah. Just realized I've only ever been to CP, KI, Geauga Lake, and Waldemere. Gotta try in more parks. I'd love to go with you to Waldemere though. So it doesn't have to be new parks for you necessarily. I could go with you to an old park that you know pretty well. I managed to sprain my foot, so we are not going anywhere this weekend. Oh man, that's terrible, Bob. I'm sorry. Um, by POV, Phantom has my vote. Yeah. I'm going to Cedar Point next Sunday, and I'm so excited. This weekend is my last weekend without Cedar Point. Yep. Yeah. Phantom Exterminator is super fun, though. I wouldn't call SNS to build me anything at all. Is that what made it? Was it SNS? Bet that is the case. We are going to Kings Island on the 26th and 27th, meeting up with FYE Coasters on the 27th, home the 28th, PIB on put. You're going to Put in Bay on the 29th. Cool. Steel Curtain is a rep of the football team. They suck, and so does it. Just kidding. It's a great ride. Yeah, I do think though that it's just they're doing some stuff with it. So who wants to go to Fun Spot Atlanta? Oh man, I wish that sounds really fun. I'd love it if you buy me tickets to go there, but I don't think I could go anytime soon. This is the first season that I bought the season-long fast pass for Cedar Point, and I'm excited, especially that I'll be able to use it multiple times for Top Thrill 2. Yeah, let's do it. Waltermere, my second most visited park. Really? Have you been there a lot recently? That's interesting. I didn't know that. All right, let's check out the next one. Taylor, I think you really would like Kennywood quite a bit, though. I think most people would. Like, it also even has some dark rides. It has an indoor, like, really old ride through like a boat ride through it. Like it's stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff to me that's like magical about any kind of a theme park. It's just those little smaller experiences that are really, really fun. Michigan's Adventure is next. Speaking of smaller experiences and a really fun place, Michigan Adventure is definitely one of those places that I love being able to come check out. Trent, I love your hospitality for I'm just saying sorry. Steel Curtain is down for the rest of the. Yeah, I know. Old Mill is so classic. Yes, the Old Mill. Yeah. All right. So we've got Corkscrew, Matt, and Mad Mouse. So between Corkscrew and Mad Mouse, Corkscrew definitely gave me a headache. Yeah, we'll say Corkscrew does not win. We'll say Mad Mouse. So I know this is maybe going to sound really weird, but also it's me, so consider the source. But I loved Michigan's Adventure also because all day long I walked around with my shirt completely open. It's almost like it's a water park. Like the place is very much a water park. Um, and so nobody even like looks at you twice if you have your shirt off or if you have your shirt open or anything like that. It's just very much like a very relaxed boardwalky kind of a feel. And that's something that I really liked about it. I thought it was a really fun place and very relaxed, very easy going. And that's part of what made it so fun. Next, we had Shivering Timbers or Thunderhawk, and it has to be Shivering Timbers. I loved Shivering Timbers. Despite what Along for the Ride says, that Rachel said one time she rode Shivering Timbers, and Rachel is one of the main voices on Along for the Ride. Which, if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. They're friends of the channel. And they like, yeah. Anyway, they're really cool. So she was saying though that one time she swears the wheels like came up off the track, and I mean, obviously, I don't know. But man, that thing is a rough ride, but it is so much fun. I loved it so much. Um, Next thing, Wolverine Wildcat or Woodstock Express. I'm going to say Wolverine Wildcat. And then Zach Zoomers is going to be held for the next list or the next voting period. So let's see what all you guys have said about Michigan's adventure or anything else now. Oh, what am I doing? CP like 300 times, Waldemere 10, Kings Island 3, Geauga Lake 2 times. Man, I haven't even kept track of how many times I've been to Cedar Point. Oh, sorry guys. I had to leave for a second. I thought it was coming with me on my computer, therefore that's why I left. I just need a drink of water. I was kind of thinking my computer was the screen, so, or was the camera. All right. Old Mill is so classic. Do you have to go to Cedar Point first to activate pass? I got Prestige Pass with the QR code. Doesn't really say anything else. Yes, the QR code is enough. So on your phone, you will flash that at them. They will scan it. That's all it's going to take. It's not anything that's too fantastic. And then as soon as you're done with that, you'll be able to get in. Now, if you want a physical pass, all you have to do is go inside and or is go to one of the when you walk in the main plaza to go to Cedar Point, to the right there's ticket booths. Go to the ticket booths if you want to do that, and you can get a physical pass there. All they'd have to do is just scan it for you, and then they'll give you a card. I think they can even give you a card up at the main booths also to get in the turnstiles, but I wouldn't do that while other people are trying to get in behind you. You don't want to wait behind someone who's being slow and you can't get in. So I would just use your virtual pass at that point, but you can always go to customer service or go to one of the park services at either the front or the back Magnum gate also has one where you can get in there. So that's another place to do it. Hey, thank you so much, 117. It was nice to see you. Have a great night. Yeah, sorry, 117. I just had to leave for a second. I literally thought I was taking my phone with me. I was like looking at this, like, yeah, that's my camera, right? So, but it wasn't. All right, Indiana Beach, the Lost Coaster. Okay, so here's the deal. The Lost Coaster is one of my favorites. It also hurts so bad. It hurts every part of your body. It's one of the worst experiences ever to be made, and I still adore every second of it. or Hoosier Hurricane. I do unfortunately feel like I have to choose Hoosier Hurricane because it's objectively the better ride. And Lost Coaster went out on the first round for you guys also. Next, we have Cornball Express or the Triple Loop. Now, nobody's ridden the Triple Loop, so really it shouldn't be on there at all, but I'm just going to vote for Cornball Express and not for the Triple Loop because we don't know what the Triple Loop's going to be like. Plus, that same coaster has killed people before, so... Toxic Rocky, thank you, sir. Appreciate the tips. I'm going to be there opening day. Hope to see you. Yeah, I'll be there. Hey, Reels, what's up? I'm glad you're here too. Next is Tiger or Steel Hog. Now, Tiger is a very, very zippy ride. It's very fun, but it also kind of hurts and it kind of feels unsafe too. All jokes. Have a good night. I like Tiger quite a bit, and the thing is, I like Tiger more when I just think about it straight off my head. Like the very first thought I have of Tiger is yes, that's a fun ride. The very first thought I have of Steel Hog is that's a scary ride because it literally holds you upside down at one point and you're just going. Like where you're going, when you're going to stop, nobody knows. You're just going. And it's kind of mildly terrifying, but it is still a fun coaster. But definitely the smoother experience is by far Steel Hog. And the less smooth experience is by far Tiger. That's actually the one that's going to beat you up the most. So I think I'm going to say Tiger does not win, and instead Steel Hog wins. So that's for Indiana Beach. What do you guys think of Indiana Beach? Anybody an Indiana Beach fan? Oh, here. Is Tiger the launch coaster at Busch Gardens, Tampa? No, that is, I want to say Tigris, but I'm not sure if that's right. I don't think that's right. Literally, Theme Park Mark just released a POV of it today. There we go. Oh. I swear I saw it come out today. Forget what it's called, though. Definitely want to hit Indiana Beach. Yep. Taylor, let's go. All right. So next. Oh, I need to fix this really fast here. Here. Next, we have Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And that's going to have Dark Coaster or Pantheon. Oh, my word. This is my chance to do some weird stuff. So here's the deal. Objectively, I like Dark Coaster way better than I like Pantheon. Way better. I liked Pantheon. I'm not saying it was bad. Just Tigress. That's it. Tigress at Busch Gardens. It's just that Dark Coaster is relaxing. It's fun. It's a smaller experience, but it also feels very thrilling. So it's one of those like I just really enjoy it. So I'm gonna put Dark Coaster down on that. I would rather ride Dark Coaster than ride Pantheon. And if Beachcliff is out here, his head's gonna be exploding right now. Or if Jesse's out here anyway. Hi, I'm the biggest fan for your Carowinds vlogs. Love from Sri Lanka. Wow, that's awesome. Does Taylor have any concerts this summer? Taylor has concerts every weekend, even now. Like I don't think he has a weekend off almost ever. So if you want to find him and you're near Ohio somewhere, you probably can find him at a bar somewhere. So yeah, go check him out. I'm not sure if he has a I'm not sure if he's around to for me to ask him about it, but Taylor, if you're on, please talk to us about when you have some concerts. R&R Coasting, yes, he does have some in Sandusky, but I don't remember where they are. You said the ride vehicles kind of suck for Dark Coaster. Okay, no. The ride vehicles for Dark Coaster are great. They're fantastic. But don't lean forward to try to grab the handles that are at the front. They're just basic coaster cars, one way or another. They're fine. Um, but they're made to look like a jet ski, and you can lean forward into that jet ski onto those. Don't lean forward. Just lean back. Either just put your hands up and have fun with it, or you can put your hands on the little restraint down here. So, okay, yeah. Taylor said next close one is May 18th at Harbor House in Huron. Maybe we should all go. Peasants, calm down. I'm already his stalker. You can be the apprentice, okay? I think it's Pressant. Um, and I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I'm sorry if I'm not. Um, but yeah, it's really fun to go see Taylor play though. I think we should all go meet. Watch him. Maybe we should all meet at the Huron House. That could be really fun. Yeah, that's a good question. Taylor, are you going to be playing in Puddin' Bay at all this year? Trent already committed to May 18th. Yes, I did commit to May 18th, but I didn't commit everybody else to coming to see you on May 18th. So, all right, next one. We have Apollo's Chariot or Verbolten. And okay, so I love Apollo's Chariot, but I cannot say that I liked it more than Verbolten. Verbolten was really, really fun. It's funny too because I remember you guys saying Verbolten, Verbolten, Verbolten in the streams, and we were like, what is Verbolten? And nobody responded. Nobody was like, it's a great coaster. You need, or like anything like that. Or at least not the, we remember. But it was a blast. It was so much fun. That first ride was such a surprise. It was just so much fun. So yeah, definitely worthwhile. I can't spell drinking wine. Sorry, no, you're fine. I want to see Taylor play and these ladies that swoon. So you say. I don't know. I went there and the girl he was with didn't really seem to be so into the whole idea. So I don't know. As far as I know, Taylor's just lying. So no Puddin' Bay this year, but a lot of Sandusky, Huron, Port Clinton, and Marblehead. Port Clinton is basically Puddin' Bay. You and Drew really love Verbolten. Yes, we love it absolutely. But we are both suckers for a themed experience too. So next we have Griffon and Alpengeist. Okay, I just have to remember which one is which. They're definitely fun. I'm thinking... Ooh. I'm thinking it has to be Griffin. I really loved Griffin. Yeah, so I think that's the one I'm going to choose. I think my allergies might just be acting up, guys. Alpengeist. Next is Invader or Tempesto. Definitely Invader. I loved Invader. It was a very, very fun ride. Very GCI like, very Mystic Timbers like. I liked that a lot. Now we're going to put this here. So then Escape from Pompeii will be the very first one to get it next. Anaconda. So we've got King's Dominion next, but first, let's see what everyone is saying here. Griffin is the dive coaster. Alpengeist is the suspended coaster. Yeah. Some of the coolest gigs are Fridays at the Bait House in Port Clinton. The Bait House is amazing. It's worth going to the Bait House just for the Bait House, let alone to go see Taylor. Like, so if Taylor's there and is at the Bait House, I'd really like to go see that because that is just a really fun place. I love Port Clinton, and I think Port Clinton needs to get more love for it too. As the gateway to Put in Bay, like that should be the spot where you get a little hotel the night before you're going to the island and you just hang out and have so much fun. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I just made the best ramen ever. I have never felt so flexed on, Mom. Everybody hates Tempesto, yeah. What'd you put in it? Melissa, swear we process our own chicken. And we don't waste anything. So in our own chicken broth with our own hard-boiled chicken eggs. See, that's what I love about your channel. It's very like, here's how to do stuff yourself. And it's very self-sufficient. I find it really interesting. It's a kind of a different way of life. But it's a way of life I've seen before. I lived in South Dakota before too. So it's just an interest. I like it because I like learning about that kind of stuff. I think it's really interesting. All right. King's Dominion. All right. We've got at King's Dominion. Now, honestly, some of these I don't really know. I'm going to be completely honest. So I'm going to give my best guess based off of what I've seen. And then obviously, if they're ones that I really don't know very well, they're not going to go much further, so. But this way of life, we still like roller coasters. So it's the circle of life. We've got Anaconda and Apple Zapple. I'm going to say Anaconda. In all fairness, it's one I'm not that familiar with. Drew and I did not get to ride everything at this park. So next is Backlot Stunt Coaster or Dominator. I honestly think I would probably like Dominator better. But yeah, and Backlot Stunt Coaster won for the other one. So you know what? I'm going to get rid of Backlot here. And we're going to do Dominator here. Next, we have Flight of Fear or the Great Pumpkin Coaster, and that's definitely going to be Flight of Fear. Now, Drew did say that Flight of Fear at King's Dominion was a little bit different than King's Island. Not too much, but a little bit more like flashing lights and stuff like that. Next is Grizzly. I'm still so mad I didn't get to ride that ride. And Project 305. Now, Project 305 I rode, and I loved every second of it. I'm not sure that it's my number one coaster, but it is definitely one that I like a lot. Racer 75 and Reptilian. Racer 75 cannot win. That has to be Reptilian. I loved Reptilian. It is so fun, and I've never ridden anything that had that toboggan run kind of a feel to it. I guess that's not true. I rode it quite a bit in high school at Cedar Point with the indoor coaster. I always forget what they called it at the time. But that one was a toboggan run, but it was in the dark. So I didn't remember it. Yes, Dominator was a Geauga Lake ride. Yes. So that was in the dark. So I didn't really even know what the ride apparatus was, but riding it there was so much more fun. It, and then you're getting to see how your car's kind of flying a little bit from side to side, and it was a blast from beginning to end. So one of my favorite rides to ride there. And then we have Tumbili, which will not be voted on this round, but it'll be the first one to be voted on for the next round. Because it's the odd man out. Oh, sorry. No, it's not. Tumbili or Twisted Timbers. And Twisted Timbers is 100% winning that one. Because Tumbili looks absolutely horrendous. And then Woodstock Express is going to be the last one. There we go. That's what I meant to do right there. Okay, I have a random question for you guys. Have any of you guys ever seen any of Team Star Kids musicals? They have, like, recently they made one that's called Nerdy Prudes Must Die. And they are a YouTube production company, I think out of Michigan University, or at least loosely based with Michigan University. But they create their own productions, and they have one that's called Twisted, that is one of my favorite musicals ever written. It's a little bit raunchy in a way, like it has a lot of bad language in it, but it is so funny and so full of heart. It's one of my favorites. I'm just wondering if anybody's ever seen that or not. So sound off below if you know much about Team Star Kid. All right. So let's see what you guys are saying here. Disaster Transport. Yes, thank you, Edwin. I missed Disaster Transport. That was a hidden gem. Absolutely. Yes, Disaster. Welcome to Alaska. Yeah, it was fun. I was very confused by the whole storyline of it at the time, but nope, I'm older, but I know how. But I know that song for sure. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Taylor Sloop, I want your remix of that next concert. Avalanche Run was better than Disaster Transport. I don't doubt it that it really was, but then you also got all the sand and stuff on it, and it just didn't seem to work very well for it. LOL, don't want to get Trent all revved up. I'm confused. I have no idea what you're talking about here. I want an invite to the wedding. The wedding for who? What is being talked about here? Well, we don't give a damn about the whole state of Michigan. OOHIO. All right, fine. You're right. All right, Carowinds. Let's get our Carowinds going on here. We've got Afterburn and Carolina Cyclone. That is 100% Afterburn, not Carolina Cyclone. No way. Carolina Cyclone also went off on the first time through, too. Carolina Gold Rusher versus Copperhead Strike. That has to be Copperhead Strike. Absolutely. And that's a little bit faster than you got rid of Carolina Gold Rusher last time. Fury 325 is a huge contender for anything here. The Hurler, against the Hurler, which means Fury is going to win. Absolutely. Even though I really like the Hurler, it's just there's no way that I can do Hurler. It's in comparison to Fury 325. Now, I think a lot of people don't love Hurler, and I think it's because it has a reputation for being really rough. I don't find it to be that rough, so I don't really think of it as being a terrible ride, but apparently a lot of people do. Next, we have Kitty Hawk or Nighthawk. I'm going to choose Kitty Hawk because Nighthawk looks like it would make me want to scratch my eyes out. Ricochet or the Flying Cobras. I'm going to have to choose Ricochet, but it hurts pretty bad. But the Flying Cobras hurts worse. Thunder Striker or Vortex. Definitely Thunder Striker. No shot for Vortex. And then Wilderness Run or Woodstock Express. I'm going to need to say that is Woodstock Express at Carowinds. There we go. Let's get a few things highlighted here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about whatever it is you guys are saying. You jokers are saying. That's especially geared at you, Taylor. Okay, I'm seeing some differences here. Kitty Hawk made it through this time. Ricochet made it through this time. Neither of those made it through the last vote or the first vote last time. We've got Thunder Striker and Woodstock Express also that made it through. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Edwin! Who's Edwin? Mom, you can be Trent's +1. Taylor Sloop, my husband says I could be, but my Trent won't give me a chance. Your husband's not jealous of me, huh? Copperhead, Mel says Copperhead. Sharkzilla, doing a big July 4th week trip. I'll be going to Kings Island on the 2nd and 3rd and Cedar Point on the 4th and 5th. That sounds really fun. Mel said 325. Edwin says I am him. Mel says, okay. Taylor said, ha ha ha, I never joke. This is so confusing, this chat. Yep, R&R Coaster, you and I are on the same page. I'm confused too. All right. So next we have Disney World. Disney World is, I guess formerly one of my favorite places. It's kind of gotten a little bit worse over the years, I think. So, but Big Thunder Mountain Railroad versus Rock and Roller Coaster. Oh my word, this is so hard. Here's the deal. I love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I also love an indoor experience. You know what? Big Thunder Mountain Railroad uses more practical effects. It's a better themed experience. And Rock and Roller Coaster is mostly in the dark with quite a bit less theming and a few screens. So we're going to say that. Space Mountain or Seven Dwarfs Mine Train? I would have to say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train over Space Mountain. Even though I love Space Mountain, it's a great experience. It's always very fun and it's very classic. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a fantastic ride. It may sound very kid-like, very juvenile, but it is not. It's a great, very fun ride. And it also stops and it's almost part dark ride. Like there are times when it stops and you see a scene going on, and then you continue up a lift hill, and then you continue down the coaster. It's very, very fun, and it's also surrounded by New Fantasyland, so it's very whimsical looking too. Um, Next, we have Expedition Everest versus the Barnstormer. I feel like that's pretty easy. It's got to be Expedition Everest. So the Barnstormer was on the first round the first time and is out on the first round this time also. Also, Rock and Roller Coaster was out on the first round, and now it is again out on the first round. Slinky Dog Dash or Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I do feel like Slinky Dog Dash can't get that one. That has to be Guardians of the Galaxy. And then next we have Tron Light Cycle Power Run. All right. Got to do a little bit of housekeeping here. That's why 100% if I saw any of you in the park, I denied myself. What kind of wine are we having tonight? Space Mountain. LOL, Mom. Taylor Sloop, it's called Country Chic. It's only found at Kroger and it's only for Midwest minivan moms. I'm also all for Midwest minivan moms. Sounds delish though. I'm back after my long drive. Taylor Sloop, you already have your fangirls. Let Trent have me. Daddy Trent, I'm going to bed now. I wasn't implying that. You guys are hilarious. I love this. All right. We've got Velocicoaster next. We're at Universal Studios now. So between Velocicoaster and Escape from Gringotts, I do have to give this one to Velocicoaster. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure TM versus Forbidden Journey. It has to be Hagrid's. Absolutely has to be Hagrid's. Even though, again, love Forbidden Journey. It's so much fun. But Revenge of the Mummy or Hogwarts Express. And I'm going to say Revenge of the Mummy again on that. Hogwarts Express is a great ride. But it is technically on wheels and a track and all that kind of stuff, but it's just not a coaster. That's really the truth of it. There we go. All right. R&R. No, don't take Melissa from me. She's staying with me. My face hurts from the face palms to the head. Y'all are wild in the comments. Okay, that needs to go back. All right, next. Play along with me if you're playing the home game. I missed the great movie ride. Okay, so here's the funny thing. I don't miss the great movie ride. I love the 2.5D Mickey stuff. I think it's really really fun. So I'm pretty into that. I really enjoy that. Next, we have Busch Gardens, Tampa. So, Busch Gardens, Tampa has Iron Gwazi or Tigress. Tigress is one of the worst things I've ever done with my existence here on this earth. So, it definitely is Iron Gwazi, and Iron Gwazi is really, really fun. Tigress is the next one. We've got Cheetah Hunt or Cobra's Curse, and absolutely Cheetah Hunt wins. That is a no-brainer. We have Shikra or Montu, and once again, Montu wins. Now, I did not ride Shikra, just for the sake of everyone understanding. At the time, it wasn't open when I was there with Theme Park Mark a couple of years ago. Next, we have Kumba or Scorpion. Has to be Kumba. Scorpion is really just, it's a pretty rough ride. And then we have Air Grover after that. So we'll wait for just a second here and mark that that one is done. I'm starting to get tired, guys. So we've got Montu and Kumba. We have Cheetah Hunt. And we have Iron Gwazi. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Bob, she promised a roller coaster ride. You balance us out, R&R. R&R said, I'm the innocent one out of all of you. Iron Gwazi wins. Tigress is fun, but nothing special. It's not even fun. It's horrible. Iron Gwazi looks amazing. Kinky. Shikra is eh. Val is better. Those roller coaster types. Kumba is really bad. I had a horrible experience on it and absolutely hated it. Although Air Grover was better. The Dueling Dragons coaster was crazy. Iron Gwazi looks amazing. Hi Trent, you doing okay today? Okay, Melissa, don't be a suck up. But R&R is the missing link out of the chain too. Mac Daddy Trent getting sleepy. Yes, I am getting sleepy. We've just got one more until this part is done. Maybe we should do the rest on another live stream then. Because it's already been an hour and a half. And I was going to try to keep this one fairly short. Steel Vengeance versus Gwazi. Gwazi wins. Oh, disagree. Bazadra looks like the best from Energylandia. Yeah, I'd really like to go see that. That Trent, that's what happens when you're old. I would love to go see Energylandia. But I cannot say that Iron Gwazi wins over Steel Vengeance. I love Steel Vengeance. Iron Gwazi felt a little bit unfinished. It did give me more of an open air feeling in a lot of what I was doing, but this one, I didn't get it. Trent's like 24, Mom. That's right. I'm just a baby. Just a baby. Um, the next one is SeaWorld Orlando. No death roll on Steel. Yeah, Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance, yes. Taylor, I will fight you. Taylor, you're going to throw hands with everyone. We all going to throw hands with you. All right, we've got Pipeline versus Icebreaker. It has to be Pipeline for me. Definitely Pipeline. And Icebreaker went out on the first round last time also. Between Mako and Kraken, Mako has to win. I love Mako. It is so much fun. It's a classic. Manta and to Journey to Atlantis. And then Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. So that'll be the first one on the next poll also. So we'll do a couple more of these. I was kind of thinking maybe I could finish it all up tonight, but that's not going to happen. And that's okay. It doesn't need to happen. I've been tired all day, didn't get much sleep at all. And 2 days ago, we had like a concert at school. So that was really like big stressful thing. So I'm pretty tired at this point. But let's talk through all of them that we have left at Kings Island. Taylor, you're a musician. I'm an ex-cop. We ain't the same. At Kings Island, we have Orion, the Beast, Banshee, Racer, Flight of Fear, Invertigo, and Backlot Stunt Coaster. At Cedar Point, we have Millennium, Magnum, Gatekeeper, Cedar Creek Mine Ride, Maverick, Iron Dragon, Valraven, Pipe Scream, and Steel Vengeance. At Kennywood, we have Jackrabbit, Exterminator, Phantom's Revenge, and Steel Curtain. At Michigan's Adventure, we have Mad Mouse, Shivering Timbers, Wolverine Wildcat, Zach's Zoomers. At Indiana Beach, the rides that have made it through are Hoosier Hurricane, Cornball Express, and Steel Hog. Busch Gardens Williamsburg has sent through Dark Coaster, Verbolten, Griffin, Invader, and Escape from Pompeii. King's Dominion has recorded Apple's Apple, Backlot Stunt, Great Pumpkin Coaster. Oh, no. Anaconda. Sorry, guys. I bolded the wrong one. Was Anaconda, Backlot Stunt Coaster. Great Pumpkin Coaster, Grizzly, Racer 75, and oh no, it wasn't Racer 75. What in the world did I do? It's not any of these. What is happening? This is awful. Okay, just a second, guys. We're gonna fix this. We've got Anaconda with 1 point, 1 round. We've got Backlots. Nope. We've got Dominator. Yeah, because we already had a Backlot Stunt Coaster. Okay. We had Flight of Fear. We had Project 305. We had Reptilian. I'm about to fall asleep, guys. We've got Woodstock Express. So that was Anaconda, Dominator, Flight of Fear, Project 305, Reptilian, and Twisted Timbers, and then Woodstock Express. Man, that was a journey there. Carowinds, we have Afterburn, Copperhead Strike, Fury 325, Kitty Hawk, Ricochet, Thunderstriker, and Woodstock Express. Disney World, we have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Expedition Everest, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, Tron Light Cycle Power Run, and that is the end of Universal Studios, and then, or of Disney. And then at Universal, we have Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, and Revenge of the Mummy. Busch Gardens has Iron Gwazi, Cheetah Hunt, Montu, Kumba, and Air Grover. And SeaWorld has Icebreaker, Kraken, Journey to Atlantis, and Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. So that's the end of all of our stuff for right now anyway. But then we're about to head out to go to sleep. I'm exhausted, so it's time to be done. I'm going to read through what you guys have said here. Hello, just saw you live. I haven't rode these. Need to make a trip. Yes, end it. Make me go to bed. I'm out of wine. Taylor said, start drinking shots. Me and Trent will drink with you. Will we? I don't have any shots. Icebreaker trains are bad. Taylor, we all know Trent is going to bed. Oh no, Steel Vengeance is the best coaster ever. Soon Gemini will be just like it. You think so? I'm not sure. Taylor Sloop, don't hit me. Dawn to Dusk Adventure. You should sleep well tonight. Absolutely, I will sleep well tonight. Been up since 5:30 this morning. R&R Coaster, go to bed. Aight. Nope, Mom. Taylor Sloop music. R&R. LOL, R&R. You didn't mess up. Great Pumpkin should win. LOL. Someone take the wine away from that woman. R&R, I'm impressed by your dedication. Yes, I do teach tomorrow. Yep. I'll have one more. Go to bed, Bob. You're too old to stay up like this. Trent, call the night, bud. I am. I'm about to leave. C is for coasters. Trent, my kid's high school band is going to state competition tomorrow. That's 2 years in a row for us. Is that couldn't be for marching band, right? What's that for? Is it for winter guard? Be a couple different options. As Jericho said, you just made the list. Christopher Hale, Nighthawk at Carowinds is a medieval torture device. Yeah, that's why I didn't write it. Mom's Survival, I've been up every hour since last night. Join the newborn club. Yeah. I have a good night, Trent. Cat out. Meow. C is for coasters. Concert band. Well, that's cool. It's awesome. Is it ISMA? Here we have the Indiana State. Oh, no. You're in Carrollton, Ohio. Okay. I have friends in Carrollton. Carrollton is just north of Kings Island. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Sorry I started getting exhausted there. I'm like ready for sleeping. I'm very tired. But thank you guys so much. I'm going to go snuggle up with the puppies. And thanks for hanging out. We will continue this on another live sometime soon, just for some fun. So let me. So yeah, we'll hang out, we'll talk, and do another live sometime soon. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and let's go.